In this video, I'll be taking a look at the Mafex Starlight from the boys. Alright, so here are all the accessories and the figure out of the box laid out in front of you. You obviously get the stand, multiple effects, the extra hands, the mic, and the heads, along with the figure itself. First, let's take a look at the Mafex flight stand. You obviously get the base for the flight stand right here, 3 holes, nice clear plastic. You also have the hand, which just plugs into any of the 3 holes. This one does have 3 movable points. You also get this clear rod, which also fits in there. You know, you can put other things in there if you want. It also comes with 3 clamps. The first clamp is this big round one. It also has a screw in it. I usually use this one. Next, he has this one. Now, I don't know what this is. Now, this is supposed to be for like the crotch, but I don't know what goes on this. This doesn't fit in here. I don't know. The next is this one, which is always loose because there's no screw in it. It's just more friction fit. She comes with multiple effects. She comes with these 2 smaller ones, but they're the exact same. Here it is, again, looking good. You have some sculpted texture on this side. It is kind of smooth on this side, and the peg hole, it fits really nice into the hand with the peg, and it looks pretty good. She comes with another set of 2 blast effects. These have this kind of beam coming out of them. Pretty cool, but I kind of like these smaller ones more than these. These remind me of like an Iron Man blast, but these also fit well. As for all the hands, she comes with 5 extra. You have a pair of fists, a pair of relaxed hands, a pair of wide open hands, a pair of gripping hands, and a pair of other relaxed hands, but these have the peg in them for the blast effect. As for switching them out, it's actually pretty simple. It's just a friction fit. Pull it and then you put the other one in. She also has this little tiny mic. Simple in the design, just the end of it has silver paint with all the dots. It does fit really good on the hand itself. She comes with 2 extra head sculpts. This is the head sculpt that is on her in the package. Looks neutral, looks alright. You do get a nice wash throughout on all the heads. The white hairband on top. Again, looks pretty good. Not much more to say than it's a nice wash. And the head looks alright. Doesn't really look like the actress to me. This is a smiling head that she comes with. The heads, in terms of the hair, are all the exact same. The only difference are the expressions. But I do like this one. This one reminds me of the actress, you know, for the surgery. But she comes with this other kind of neutral eyes glowing of head, which is probably the one I'm going to have her, you know, on my shelf. But again, the hair looks the same, but the head looks good with those black and yellow eyes. Now let's take a look at the figure itself. We already talked about this head sculpt. So here is the figure, the neck looking good. There is a necklace right there. It's very small, but you can see it. The stars look good, the nice gold kind of paint. The cape actually goes underneath this piece. This is a separate piece, which is a pretty good idea. As for the rest of the body, again, good, just nice texture throughout all the white parts. Nice sculpted lines as well. The belt looks pretty good too. You get this pouch, you get the belt. Now it's more of a silvery gold than like an actual gold like on the rest of the body, but it works. As for the skirt piece, again looking good. You get this pearlescent white in there. This is a soft material cut in the front. You get the white granny panties, looking good. They are not textured, but again looking pretty good. You have the arms, which again the exact same kind of textured sculpt. As for the gauntlets, they are this kind of marbly gold plastic, which kind of sucks, you know, for such a high-end figure. I wish it was more like the star chest gold than anything. And the hands are the ones that are on it in the package. As for the knees, again, you get this like actual knee sculpt. It looks pretty realistic. Again, alright, nice smooth texture. The boots have the exact same kind of marbly plastic with a hint of gold as the gauntlets, but again, looking good. But for again such a high-end figure, you would think it would be better kind of gold. As for the back of the boots, again, smooth with the wrinkles, just enough, but wish there was a little bit more maybe. The knees look weird, just a straight line like that. You do have the same texture on the back of the skirt. Obviously there's no slit on the sides, just in the front. As for the belt, again, nice kind of pouch there. The cape does have this nice, you know, gold print through it. As you can see, it's like a star and dots, which is really cool and stretchy material. There is a wire on the cape itself. There's one obviously on the sides and on the back, which, you know, overall move pretty good. Get all that movement, nice gold trimming on the edges. Wish this gold was the gold on the figure. Again, these go underneath the titties and clip onto there. As for the articulation, she does have a joint at the top of the head, but not at the neck, which sucks. But either way, you don't get that much movement. You just rotate and get some alright pivot. Moving up is pretty much non-existent, and down the same. As for the shoulders, they only move out, past 45, better than the Homelander figure, but wish there was more. You don't have a bicep swivel, it's kind of up in there, kind of like the thighs. You do have a butterfly joint in there, which, can shift up and down, move all the way around and stuff. As for the elbows, they move in a really good amount, looking good too. That's basically your bicep swivel, but doesn't even move all the way, just kind of wiggles. As for the hands, those are on ball hinges, so they can move every which way you want. As for the torso, you do have a joint at the top and at the waist, and with that, you can obviously pivot really good. You also can hinge back a really far amount. You can have that nice arc, and you can move forward a pretty good amount, and rotation. The hips move out this much. Again, the skirt is kind of hindering it just slightly. No real thigh swivel, but it's kind of there, but not really. The knees move in pretty good, better than I expected, but the joint looks weird to me. That's just me. No boot swivel, but there is ankle swivel. You can move back and forward, but not that much forward, which sucks. You do have toe articulation and an alright ankle pivot. As for the size comparisons, here she is compared to your average body molds from Hasbro, NECA, McFarlane, and Figuarts. Here she is compared to the Mattel Batman vs Superman Wonder Woman figure, looking pretty good. Again, this Wonder Woman's alright in the size. Cannot wait for the Maeve. Those two look good together. Here she is compared to the Marvel Legends Shocker figure. Here she is compared to the McFarlane Toys Cuddle Team Leader. This figure shows that McFarlane knows how to do a good figure, he just doesn't care anymore, in my opinion. And finally, here she is compared to the Mafex Homelander figure. These two look pretty good, cannot wait for the others in the line, such as Maeve and A-Train. I might get the Deep, I don't like him as a character or the figure, but if I ever see him on sale, I might get him. But overall, I think the height on these do look pretty good. She comes below his head, but in between his shoulder and his head. So I do like the way these two look. So what are my thoughts on this figure? It is a really good figure. I really enjoy it. I did get it for like 60 bucks on BBTS. They had like a sale. So for that price, I am happy with my purchase. Do I recommend it? Unless, again, you're into the boys. This won't really fit into anything else because it's the boys. But overall, I do enjoy the figure, and it looks nice and good. Do wish some of the articulation points were better, but now fuck off.